that more often, but when the trouble comes, you just see him walking in, trying to diffuse the tensions and finding a possible alternative. From when we're in the ANC until now in the EFF.
Yes.
Yeah, and when someone like that who shows up when people are moving out and something like this happens, you owe it to him to also just show face and show your respect because he did that. So I thought I must come.
Thank you.
Yes, and I know his relationship with Osbas. When that happened, I also called them to send my condolences to him because I know that.
Thank you. He was definitely belonged to the nation, and I appreciate that you came and you're here, and also that so many political leaders have a soft spot for him because he belonged to the common goal of making this nation the best that it could be. And he had a soft spot for you. He admired you. He knew you from even when you were young in politics.
Absolutely.
And he remembered you fondly. And I think that it's only fitting that you could be with us today. So thank you for making time to be here. You look so handsome and I feel a bit underdressed today. You can appreciate that we're hosting so much, but he definitely he enjoyed your company.
Yes.
And he used to always talk to me, especially when you're in the media. And he enjoyed how you were passionate and are passionate for the country. So yes, absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much. We have our support. The church is here. You are in charge. We are here to support the church.
Thank you so much.
Yes, these leaders must be protected.
Yes.
There is no one who can claim him politically because he was there for all of us.
Yes.
And that's why we find it very easy for us to come because we knew that political affiliation it has never bothered us. He always preached to us the good for the country. Even in Parliament he came to try, and when we started in Parliament there was a serious commotion from 2014 with Zuma and all of that. They came to come and try and maintain peace. And we came to look for us some other way in some a place in Machalis. Yeah, he came all the way. We said, no, Pastor, when we finish, we'll come there. He says, no, I'm coming there. And he was trying to, share what are the possible solutions to what was prevailing at the time. So, like I said, he will reach out. And he will always try to reach out and find common ground. Some he succeeded. Some he failed, but he never failed to try.
Yes.
And that was what was courageous about him. And for a white pastor, we always found it very, fascinating that he goes into the areas where we thought, no, the white pastors won't come in. They will be sensitive about. No, he comes in, he doesn't see himself as a white person. He engages with you from the same level, not from a level of superiority. Makes you comfortable and makes you want to open up on political question, on social question, on economic issues, comfortably in any area. Doesn't say, no, let's meet only in the restaurant or the church or in the suburbs. You're in deep slot, you want to come, you are anywhere. He just says, just tell me where you are, I'll come. And that's when you see it's a man of God, so he knows that I have nothing but the protection of God. So whatever happens where I'm going, it's not in my hands. So but I'm going to go there and preach to those guys what needs to happen. It is up to them whether they accept it or not.
And I think obviously he would share with me extensively. You know, I had a unique upbringing from the perspective that I went to privileged schools, but my dad was very conscious of raising me to understand what life was like for other South Africans. Always, if we were somewhere, conscious of if we took food home from a restaurant, could be the nicest restaurant in the nicest mall, but then on the way home we're looking for someone who has nothing to eat, and we're sharing our food and very consciously exposing me as a young person to what was going on around us outside of the bubble of, you know, being afforded the economic opportunity to be raised in a privileged home. But one of the things that I'll never forget is he really felt called to play a role in the future of the nation, even being afforded the opportunity to potentially move overseas. He always felt a connection to the soil, to the struggle of people in the nation. And there was a tipping point as a young man in the early parts of the struggle where he was an eyewitness to violence and to the riots and the massacres, and right in the middle of everything that happened in Boipatong and all that. And that changed him. And, you know, one of the things that I really heard him say recently, because obviously he was challenged with the challenges of the nation and experiencing load shedding himself. You know, no one is above those things. You know, but he really emphasized to me, you young guys, you need to do something about this. You need to come together, and you need to do what we did. So even when he asked me to step in and lead his spiritual legacy here, it was with the mantle to further the spirit of the church and the government working together for the future of the nation. And I feel that's so important, because that is the legacy we truly want, and what birthed this nation was that. And it wasn't even about, you don't qualify because of your background, you don't qualify because of your skin color. It was actually, who is prepared to stand together for the good of the country, to set aside our differences and to see a future together. And he was actually, in his final years, he was like, you guys need to fix this. You know, and I feel like even in this moment, he would be saying that. He would say, you guys need to be talking, you know, because he never allowed it to be about, I'm on this side or that side. He was always on the side of the nation. And I feel he would say to us, until poverty is dealt with, until education, until the people are experiencing the blessing of the nation's prosperity, don't rest. You know, irrespective of even your religious. My dad was ill in some of the nation's challenges over the past coming years, and some of the rallies that everyone rallied around at the Parliament, he sent me in his place. So it was interesting, because I was standing alongside the head of this faith, the head of that faith, in his place. And in reflection, that is what it was about, unifying around the common cause, you know. And now, you know, we are next. We have to take the responsibility to see the legacy that's been laid, and not rest until we can see that be a reality in the nation. So we, even as the church, we are committed to the future of the country, and even committed to conversations on how can Rhema be active in supporting where we need to be as a nation.